5 real estate facts that will change your perspective.
Trigger warning, these facts will rock the very foundations of everything you thought you knew about real estate investing. Learning these 5 unbelievable facts will likely cause a cascade of realizations and epiphanies, a process that results in greater success in the future, but will also leave you questioning why nobody ever told you before. Not only that, but understanding these facts has enabled me to create the life that I currently live, and I'm proud of the life that I live. Look, I'm not like crazy wealthy, right? I'm not like Donald Trump, multi-billionaire. I'm not Jeff Bezos, but I get a chance to do the things that I love most and be with the people that I love most. And it's because of real estate and this business that's afforded me that. And that's why I want to share this with you, okay? The life that I have an opportunity to live today is a life that frankly I've dreamt about most of my life, and not because it's helicopters and gold-plated toilet seats, simply because it provides freedom and some economic independence that I wouldn't have had otherwise. So today I'm gonna give you these 5 facts and these 5 things that I hope will make a real big difference to you. Now, with that being said, you'll also easily spot why these 5 things that maybe you haven't heard before are so elusive to begin with, right? They are, as some would describe, the elusive obvious, right? They're things in front of our faces that somehow manage to conceal themselves from our gaze. They're things that we should probably be sure on, but they're still a little sketchy. These facts are gonna kind of rock your world, okay? So I just want you to be ready, and they may change your perspective forever. So are you ready? Are you ready to dive into the world of the unexpected? Let's go! Okay, fact number 1 is this: debt is good. Now, I know that you've probably spent most of your life hearing like, debt is bad, like don't go into debt because you owe people money. But here's the deal. The kind of debt that I'm talking about is not consumer debt, right? It's business debt, and it's not even really business debt. And I think that we run into a problem sometimes when we call it debt, right? Because debt has such a negative connotation that we don't understand the value of it. When you look at debt, look at it as leverage, right? Because leverage is good. We leverage other people all the time. We leverage people's benefits, right? You watching this video right now, you've leveraged somebody's expertise that brought you the technology that allows it to happen. Somebody invented the internet, YouTube did their thing, or whatever, right? You are leveraging the expertise of many people. Now, you don't necessarily have to pay for all of that, so it doesn't feel like debt. But if you can switch the word from debt to leverage, you realize that leverage is good. Debt sounds like you're missing something. Leverage sounds like you're using something. If I were to tell you that debt is good, what I'm really saying is that leverage is good. I'm saying that when you leverage resources, and yes, and when it comes to finance, if you take out a mortgage, you've got to pay that back. That's constituted as debt. But when we look at it as leverage, all of a sudden now, leverage starts to open up a lot of possibilities. To give you kind of a real-time example, I was on a call with somebody recently, and they were talking about, they want to get into real estate investing. They weren't really sure what to do. And he had all of this equity in his home. Now, he'd been taught for years that debt is bad, right? So he didn't want to go get more debt on his home because he was working on paying off his mortgage. And I said, well, hold on one second. What if we don't call it debt? What if we call it leverage? Now, you made a really good decision to own this home and have all this equity in the home. Now, what's that equity doing for you on the daily basis besides like fluffing your tail feathers and making you feel good about life? It does nothing. But what if you could pull some of that equity out and go buy a real estate investment property that's going to yield incredible results in cash flow and tax benefits and appreciation and everything that comes with it? What if you could leverage the equity by going into debt, right, through a home equity line or through a mortgage, and go buy another piece of real estate? All of a sudden, his mind opened, and he went, hold on, I could leverage things available to me, and I could grow my wealth. So I want you to think not about debt in terms of the negative consumer debt, but realize that debt is good when we talk about it in terms of leverage, okay? Now, here's the second thing I want you to know, is that you don't need education, you need action. This is a tricky one, right? Because I know we all need education. We should never stop learning. We should be perpetual eternal learners, and I get that. But the problem is sometimes we exchange education for action, or we mistake education for action. We think that if we're learning, we're doing. But learning is not doing. Learning is just that. It's learning. It's gaining knowledge, not gaining experience, right? So you don't need education. You actually need action, okay? The third thing I want to share with you is that real estate doesn't have to be a full-time effort to gain a full-time benefit. Now, a lot of people assume that real estate needs to be a job, or sometimes we hear all the time that, like, you get what you pay for, or, money invested is money returned. I don't know. There's all kinds of these platitudes and whatever. It's all like you have to work hard if you want to gain any sort of benefit in life. While I agree that working hard is important, we often have a tendency to kind of relate that to real estate, and we go, oh, well, if I'm going to make full-time income in real estate, I need to have full-time effort. I want to challenge that because that's not the reality. When I realized this, it's really when we started the company, and I realized we could do the majority of the work for you, and you could gain 100% of the benefit. All of a sudden now, real estate doesn't have to be a full-time effort to gain a full-time benefit. We do 97% of the work, you make 100% of the benefit. Now, where else in your life could that be applicable, right? Could it be applicable where, fixing up your house, right? Let somebody else do all of the work, you gain all the benefit. Yeah, you trade a little bit of money for that benefit, but then that benefit is yours to own forever. Think about that. If you go and hire a contractor at your home, you'll pay him money once. They'll spend that money and it'll be gone. But you get the full-time benefit of the work that contractor did. Real estate is much the same way when you do it this way. Now, before I give you the final two things, which you're gonna love, I just wanna say thank you so much for watching. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a part of this channel. This channel is about giving you everything you need so that you can get started in real estate investing, because we want you to win, right? So we share all kinds of videos with all kinds of cool stuff, like this video here talking about 5 things that maybe you haven't really heard before. And we want you to create real wealth for you and for your family. So if you want the best information, this channel is for you. If you want actionable information, this channel is for you. If you want to find good deals and know what markets to be in and know the strategies you need to employ in any given economy, this channel is for you. So please like this video, subscribe, and share this channel with family and friends so that they know that you're cool. Because if you share something cool with somebody else, they automatically think you're cool. So don't you want to be cool? You should be cool. Go share it. Now, let's get back to the video with the final 2 things that I want to share with you. Success, this is number 4. Success is based on micro wins, not big individual wins. Now, it kind of shocked me when I learned this. We know this in theory, but we don't often use it in practice, okay? I love basketball. I love watching NBA basketball. So think of how you win a basketball game. You could look at the final result of the basketball game, right? And it's like, whoa, they won. Awesome, 120 points or whatever. How did they get to those 120 points? 2 points, 1 point, 3 points, 3 points, 2 points, 2 points, 2 points, 1 point, right? It's tiny little victories. And in order to get those points, they have to play defense effectively. So when you stack up a bunch of micro wins that in and of themselves don't seem like much, you realize that that is a part of something extraordinary. I played basketball in high school, which you can probably tell because my towering height. And there was this kid who rode the bench the whole year. And this one particular game, the game was already over. We already had the game in the bag, right? So coach puts this guy in to shoot a technical foul. Now, the reason why I'm telling you the story is it wasn't like the free throw made a difference to the big win, but it made a big difference to his wins, right? And it was just a little micro win. Here's a guy who rode the bench all year, but always showed up at practice, always did the little things. And because he always did the little things, he stacked up all these little micro wins, right? The fact that he wouldn't quit, the fact that he would run, the fact that he would do everything coach asked him to, even though he didn't get into the game. And what ended up happening was incredible. All of those micro wins, those seemingly insignificant micro wins that this kid executed the entire year. It's like the last game of a senior year, okay? Coach puts him in to shoot a technical foul. And the whole audience, not audience, what would you call them? Spectators? What do you call it in high school? Crowd? I don't know how big of a crowd we have, but the whole crowd knew this kid had never got off the bench. And coach puts him in to shoot a technical foul. And he makes both free throws. And the whole crowd erupted. And the look of pride on this kid's face was incredible. Now that for him is likely a big life win. Now, sure, it didn't mean he won a championship or made a bunch of money, but that win, I would imagine if I talked to him today, I bet that still fuels him, right? But it wouldn't have happened had it not been for all of the little micro wins that created the opportunity for him to have a big success. Success is based on micro wins stacked over time, not just big individual wins. Now, the last thing that I want to share with you, and this is a fairly recent epiphany, is we've been doing this thing for a long time here at DFY Real Estate, 15 years. And I said 15, not 50, 15. And over the years, we've helped people create real financial possibility. But it hit me recently what the real key to to economic independence is, and it's the number 10. So here's the last thing I want to share with you today. Number 10 is where you're headed. 10 properties. If you can follow a road and stack micro wins up to the point where you can own 10 properties, it means you own millions of dollars of real estate, even if it's insignificant, single-family residences that don't seem like a big deal. If you could stack enough of them, if you could stack enough micro wins and get 10 properties, you own millions of dollars of real estate and you're generating 6 figures of income every year. 10 properties is the key to economic independence. We've been at this for a long time. And while we've had many people achieve that feat, I didn't honestly realize until recently that that's the magic. The magic is 10. When they get to 10, it's a number they can comprehend, it's a number that's achievable, and it's a number that creates real economic independence. So wherever you are in your process, wherever you are in your investment journey, I want you to key in on the number 10, and let us see if we can help you get to 10 properties, even if they're conservative single-family rentals. So look, here's the deal. How would you go find those properties? How would you even begin this process? Are you looking for the most up-to-date information for great deals on properties all across the US? Well, you have found it. Our company has built some incredible relationships with amazing teams all over the country to find amazing deals on real estate. And get this, we currently have more deals than we have buyers. Like, I'm not even kidding. It's a real thing that we're facing right now. So you need to go check out dailyfastball.com. That's right. You can sign up for daily deals texted right to your phone and have a deal a day right at your fingertips. Each property that you will see has been thoroughly vetted and is ready to purchase. Even if you're not ready to buy, we found it to be an amazing tool just to keep our finger on the pulse of the market. Now, all I want you to do is go down to the link in the description, click that link, go to dailyfastball.com and sign up for daily deals directly texted to your phone. Monday through Friday, you'll see a fresh deal that's purchasable and ready. And if you find one that you like, sign up for a game plan call. We'll help you put a plan together so that you can begin investing in real estate. Because the final thing that I shared with you today is the one that I really want you to key in on. 10 is the goal. How do you get from where you are to 10 properties? If you can get there one property at a time, you just may be able to declare your own personal, financial, economic independence. And that's our wish for you. We'll see you real soon.